What's up, everyone? Welcome into DodgerHeads presented by DodgerBlue.com. My name is Jeff Spiegel, joined this morning by Daniel Starkand. Not here, Daniel, to talk Lakers head coaching search. Here to talk Dodgers baseball. Big win for the Dodgers last night, 6-4 over the Giants. We're going to talk City Connect jerseys. We're going to talk tonight's game, but always nice when the team falls behind a couple of times, comes back, wins in extra innings. So Yamamoto, not great, but I felt like overall nice team performance from the Dodgers last night.
Definitely, and it started right at the beginning of the game. Mookie Betts hits a leadoff home run, and I didn't realize it had been like over a month since his last home run. I knew he was kind of struggling a little bit, which is expected. Like he wasn't gonna be the greatest player of all time for a full season. Like there's ebbs and flows, but for him, he gets it going there. Like you said, Yamamoto, gives up the 3-run homer, and credit to the offense for kind of fighting their way back after that, and the bullpen did a great job as well. So yeah, I mean, obviously, when you're playing the Giants and to kick off a series, you love to get that win there, especially in extra innings where the Dodgers have, historically struggled since the new rules were put in place. So good win overall.
Yeah, and their 20th consecutive game allowing 4 or fewer runs. So they are creeping up on the major league record in that category. I believe they're 4 or 5 away, but it continues to be the bullpen. Yamamoto, 5 2/3, 4 earned runs for him. But then the bullpen comes in behind him, 4 1/3 score. Well, no earned runs. Blake Trinan gave up a run, but Fireisen able to get out of that extra inning situation with the runner on second because of double play. And so good stuff all around. I'm glad you mentioned Betts, though. He's been a topic of conversation on our Sunday night shows. People starting to panic, had a rough 2 weeks, was still leading Major League Baseball in on-base percentage. But I believe this is 2 straight games with a pair of hits for Mookie Betts. Ohtani, 2 hits. Will Smith, 2 hits. I mean, when you get 6 hits from those 4 guys at the top of the order, as well as a walk for Freddie Freeman, that's pretty much the recipe. The Dodgers aren't going to lose a ton of games where those 4 guys reach base 7 times.
For sure, and you mentioned their streak of allowing 4 runs or less. Like it's got to be a good feeling knowing, like, hey, if we score 5 runs, we're
Yeah.
probably gonna win tonight. And you could check in that streak. They have a great record, so obviously, great job by the pitching staff. But yeah, you mentioned it with the lineup. Your guy Will Smith cleaning it up in the 10th inning there, big hit. We've seen the Dodgers struggle with runners on base, runners in scoring position, and that was a case where, if he doesn't get that hit, they might go scoreless in that 10th inning and lose the game. So that was a clutch hit by him. Yeah, I know your guy. I'm not going to use the name, but he was cleaning it up there.
Yay, Dodger Blue account that nobody's taking a credit for it, but somebody from the account tweeted Will Smith cleaning up. So we'll just leave it at that. The other bit of news that came out potentially, I guess it came out yesterday, not confirmed as real news, Daniel, were the Dodger City Connect jerseys potentially. These were found. Somebody, I believe that was overseas, posted this on Twitter. Paul Lucas, who's been on our show, runs UniWatch, kind of did a deep dive on are these legit. He said there's a couple clues for reasons to believe why these might be legit. One of them is the hashtag that's over the tag on the bottom of the jersey where it says ITFDB. It's time for Dodger baseball. So Daniel, let's go down the road and assume that these are accurate representations of the City Connect jerseys. Social media has not been positive on these. Are you in agreement with the masses here?
Yeah, I'm absolutely in agreement. These are awful. And I tweeted the other night, like, that's what makes me actually believe they're real is how bad they are, just because every time it feels like Nike puts out these, new City Connect jerseys, a majority of them, there's a few ones that are good, but a majority of them suck. And this could be added to the list. For me, I think the jersey, like the Los Angeles, and I actually like the D on the side there. But it might be hard to tell from this photo, but there's like kind of like funfetti, like polka dots on all over the jersey, and those, like, if you got rid of that, I think I'd be okay with them, but those just make it absolutely horrible. So maybe the fact that they got leaked and the reception was horrible, like maybe they switch courses here. But if these are the jerseys, I definitely will not be purchasing any of them.
Somebody did a side-by-side with a Pop-Tart, and that was the perfect
Yeah.
parallel of that's what it looks like if you can't tell. See, I don't disagree with a lot that you said. I don't like the D as a logo. Just keep the LA. Like, I understand you need to mix these up. You need to try
Mhm.
something different. I know they use that logo for spring training occasionally, but just stick with the LA. I mean, and this is, I think, the bigger conversation for me, Daniel. I don't know if like the Dodgers are ever really going to have a great City Connect jersey because
Hmm.
it's so attached to the traditional version of it. And I know they can't Brooklyn can't be the City Connect jersey because that's
Yeah.
the antithesis of what the point of this is. It has to be Los Angeles. Do you think that's part of it, that the Dodgers have such a traditional jersey that it makes it that much harder for an alternate to be successful?
I think that's part of it, and that's why you've seen like the Yankees are one of the only teams that have not had a City Connect jersey just because they don't want to mess with their classic uniform look. Um, but at the same time, like I have seen like just like fan created type jerseys and like on Twitter and stuff, and some of those have looked really cool. So I just think it's more so just like a lack of creativity on Nike's part, or whoever's signing off on them, like just doesn't really have a pulse on the fan base or what people like today. Because I have seen like fan made jerseys out there that are really cool. I think Scott actually sent us
Yeah.
a couple last night when we were talking about this. So I do think there are some quality options out there. Like I would like a powder blue type look, like the Dodgers used to do that with the Brooklyn, like you mentioned. Obviously, City Connect, Brooklyn's a different city, so it wouldn't have Brooklyn across the top. But I do think there are, some designs out there that are pretty good, and this one is just not it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm sure people will have thoughts in the comments. Let us know below. Let's get on to tonight's game really quick. Gavin Stone on the mound for the Dodgers against Keaton Wynn for the Giants. I joked when we first looked this up, not super familiar with Keaton Wynn. You mentioned he's a rookie, 5.6 ERA, 3-5 record already. Stone's been on a little bit of a roll here for the Dodgers. 7, 6, and 7 innings his last 3 times out. Just 1 earned run in each of those appearances. Do you expect that to continue to roll against the Giants offense that, if we're being honest, isn't exactly feared?
Yeah, true. No, Stone's been great his last few starts, so I don't see why that shouldn't continue. The Dodgers, I believe they're 4-0 against the Giants this year, so they've had their numbers so far. And this is kind of the Gavin Stone we're expecting like last season, like coming off that 2022 season he had in the minors. He had all the hype, obviously. Didn't exactly do much with the little opportunities he got last season, but he had a great spring this year, earns that 5th starter spot, and has looked great his last few times out. So I would expect more of the same. And also one kind of interesting point, I was just looking at the MLB standings this morning, and it's kind of funny. Like I'm just gonna read off the division leads of all the different divisions. In the AL, you got 0, 1, 1.5, and then in the NL, you got 2, 0.5, and then 6.5 with the Dodgers. So they're already off to an incredible start here. We might be a couple weeks away from the division being locked up, and we're sitting here in the middle of May. So I would say let's just enjoy, the great baseball that we're getting to see on a nightly basis, and hopefully it leads to another win against the Giants tonight.
Yeah, a couple picks that I like. I always like to look at pitcher props. Gavin Stone to record more than 16.5 outs, so 5.2 innings or more, is minus 130. I just mentioned he's gone 6+ in 3 straight against the team like the Giants, who isn't very good, especially a night after the bullpen throws 4 1/3 innings. Like I think a lot of things line up there where if you think Gavin Stone doesn't get shelled, they're probably going to ask him to go at least 6 to give the bullpen a rest. So I like that one. Another one that I typically mention here, if you like the Dodgers to win, Gavin Stone is plus 120 to record the win. So he's probably going to go more than 5 innings. The Dodgers are like minus 180 to win. So if you want the Dodgers to win and you want a little more juice than minus 180, maybe just bet Gavin Stone to get the win there. So a couple picks for you. Scott and I will be live post game right here on the Dodger Blue 1958 channel. So we hope you can come back and join us for that. But Daniel, a pleasure as always having you. We'll let you get back to writing about the Lakers coaching search. Okay.
Yeah, fun stuff. Definitely would prefer that to talking about how great the Dodgers are.
Yeah.
Hashtag sarcasm.
Yeah. Check out Lakers Nation. Daniel's the editor over there. Tons of great content for anybody that's interested in the rumors about JJ Redick. Sam Cassell was a name that was thrown out. So Shams threw some stuff on the fire today. Woj just had some information. So check out Lakers Nation. Of course, Lakers Nation on YouTube as well. Trevor and Sean and those guys do a great job. So thank you, everybody, for joining us here. Again, Scott and I live post-game as soon as the game is over tonight. That is Daniel. I am Jeff. Enjoy the rest of your day and go Dodgers.